And let's go to the city of Cape Town, where residents are preparing for more disruptive rainfall. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 5 warning for Saturday. The area is still recovering, of course, from recent floods, with many parts still waterlogged. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi is in Cape Town and joins us now. Nasiphi, a very good afternoon to you. Tell us, are the authorities giving these people who, as we know, are still recovering from what has been one of the worst bouts of rainfall? Do we know if they are continuing to receive the help they need so much?
Well, Vuyo, today it's a little bit sunny, and residents that were affected by that inclement weather condition that played out for about 3 weeks are taking full advantage of the little bit of sun and the dry condition that we're experiencing. After weeks and weeks of endless rain, relentless rain rather, and gale force winds, and behind us is the first community that was affected by gale force winds that introduced those heavy downpours. We do know that the national government, including the city of Cape Town, has provided building material to those affected. Those also that have been flooded, providing zincs for them. And behind us, people are using that material to start rebuilding. But to talk to us further as far as how this ward is preparing ahead of tomorrow's weather warning, I'm joined by the councillor, Lonwabo Mqina. We can see the destruction and the devastation of 3 weeks ago. But you were telling me that majority of the informal settlements under your ward are either flooded or homes have been blown away. How is this ward preparing for tomorrow's inclement weather?
Thanks, Nasiphi. Let's first put things into perspective. There's nothing that has been done by the city of Cape Town in this ward insofar as this disaster is concerned in providing material. This material came solely from the Human Settlement, National Department of Human Settlement. So the city of Cape Town hasn't done anything here. We're still waiting to see what is it that the city of Cape Town is going to do for our people. The little that they've done was to give us damp-proof membrane, which is normally referred to as sails in this community, or plastics. So that's what they've done. They've given us 300 of those. We're still waiting because that is too little as well. That is what we believe as well can assist this community insofar as prevention of flooding, because it does prevent water from seeping in through the roof. But we only received 300 out of the application that we made, because we made an application of 3,000 damp-proof membranes. But then this community, as it is going to rain tomorrow, you can see now that people are racing against time to try and make sure that by tomorrow at least they do have shelter on top of their heads. They're making use of this sunny day, as we've said as well, that they're making full use of this shiny day, trying to make sure that they build their houses so that by tomorrow everything is fine. Even though there are challenges, because I believe that some of them won't be able to finish today, because at times it doesn't take one day to build your structure.
You were saying that as much as there were homes that were blown away by the gale force winds, there are those that are still waterlogged and flooded. What is the intervention there, ensuring that they are moved from those flood-prone areas?
There is an ongoing discussion between the national government and the city of Cape Town in trying to purchase land, identify and purchase land where these people can be moved to in terms of getting a permanent solution. But me as a ward councillor, together with the community leaders here, we have identified some pockets of lands within the ward that has been vacant because of people being moved from here and actually getting formal houses. So we are actually asking people to move from those waterlogged areas to those open spaces so that they don't get to experience what they've experienced in the past.
In preparation now for any eventuality with this heavy downpours that are expected this weekend, are churches, open to the public, including the community halls in the area or in the ward?
First and foremost, in this ward, we don't have any community hall or municipal hall that is in Ward 99. Hence why even my office is a ward councillor in another ward. We don't have a municipal hall here. That's what we've been fighting for, even in this open land that is here. We've asked the City of Cape Town to build a multi-purpose hall so that we, in these instances, we don't struggle to accommodate people. But we've got good working relations with churches around, church leaders. We've spoken to them. They are willing and they are on standby to assist us in any eventuality that we might need assistance from them. And there's also VPU in our community that are also on standby to assist us whenever we need them, insofar as assisting our people so that we can actually house them there. But the national government, Human Settlement, has assisted us in moving people to B&Bs and hotels around the City of Cape Town. I believe that that is also on standby if we might need to move people from those areas. Because as we speak, currently there are those that are still in those B&Bs and hotels, even though now we are moving them out because some of them have actually received material, so they must come and build their houses. We're slowly but surely moving them out of those places. But I believe that if a need arises for people to be moved back there, they can be moved because the minister made a commitment that they've booked those places for about a maximum of a month. In fact, she was saying that to you, I think, the last time we were here.
We'll have to leave it there. That's the councillor here in Kuyasa. We're just showing you some of the visuals now of the destruction left by the rain. I'll also just ask my colleague to show you a group of men that is currently working, as we heard from the councillor, they're racing against time. That's the word you use, trying to build their structure, rebuild their structure following those gale force winds about 3 weeks ago. Hoping that they are saying that they're hoping that they'll be able to move in before the heavy rain starts. We heard from the disaster management team here in the city of Cape Town that they are on standby. The councillor indicating that national government has provided the material that we see being used by some of the residents that were affected by those gale force winds. We do know that in other parts of the city of Cape Town, the local government has provided flood victims, including those that have been affected by the inclement weather condition. They have been provided with building material, and we will be hearing more from the local government, including the disaster. But we do know that just a couple of weeks ago, over a week ago, the Premier of the Western Cape announced a provincial state of disaster to allow those funds to come through in order to assist those that have been affected. We do know that over 160,000 people have been adversely impacted by the inclement weather conditions throughout the country, with a huge bulk of those people being from the city of Cape Town, and with majority of those communities being in informal settlements. We're hearing now from the councillor that they're just hoping and praying that tomorrow's downpours don't adversely impact the flood victims, including the gale force victims, adversely, seeing that they are still now only trying to pick up the pieces weeks later.
Nasiphi in Cape Town.